Astronauts that died in space. Hello everyone. You guys know that space has no boundaries. You must admit that there is something incredibly attractive and mysterious in this dark veil surrounding our planet. Space has been fascinating people for hundreds of years, since the very first time we looked up at the stars. But at the same time, it can be frightening. Space is not only beautiful, but also hostile and sometimes even deadly to humans. If you end up outside the ship or station, or lost contact, then what exactly will happen to a person lost in space or even die in space? We'll try to figure this out today. So 3, 2, 1, start. When mankind took its first step towards space in 19th century, scientists figured out that if the aircraft reaches the speed required to overcome gravity and maintains it for a sufficient time, it would be able to go beyond the Earth's atmosphere. Alas, back then, people still did not know how to achieve the required speed, and science was not yet able to create truly powerful engines. Since humankind first took to strapping ourselves to rockets, sadly, we've lost 18 people in space, including 14 NASA astronauts. On the 23rd of March 1961, Soviet astronaut Valentin Bodarenko. This was the first mission of the Soviet Soyuz 1 spacecraft on the 23rd of April 1967. Apollo 1 fire of January 27, 1967. The Challenger shuttle disaster of January 28, 1986. And the Columbia shuttle accident of February 1, 2003. That's relatively low, considering our history of blasting folks into space without quite knowing what would happen. The special suits which astronauts wear when they go to outer space are under pressure, and any puncture can lead to lethal consequences. The vacuum is harmful to humans. Without air, human flesh expands to about twice its size, and this can lead to death. 10 seconds of exposure to the vacuum of space would force the water in their skin and blood to vaporize, while their body expanded outward like a balloon being filled with air. Their lungs would collapse, and after 30 seconds, they would be paralyzed if they weren't already dead by this point. After many suggestions like dumping bodies in space, sending the dead bodies to Mars via Mars 1 or SpaceX, or even jettison it during a spacewalk and let it float away into space, scientists came up with the solution to deal with death in space. A collaboration held between the green burial company Promessa and NASA that spawned the idea of the body bag. Body bag involves an airtight sleeping bag that a human corpse is zipped into and then exposed to the freezing temperatures, -200 degrees Celsius, of outer space. You end up with about 50 pounds of finely ground human body dust that you can hang outside your spacecraft until you arrive at your destination. So, if you plan to live your holidays on spacecraft or visiting Mars for recreation, choose wisely. Maybe next time we'll focus on something a little more upbeat. See you later.